Hello and welcome back to the Boss House. I'm Bo and this is my journey to avoid dying on the Walmart floor. This is going to be my check-in for my transactions for selling my house. If you haven't been keeping up with my channel, I moved from Minnesota to Illinois and now I'm trying to sell my house. I had to do several repairs. I had to go back to Minnesota to meet with contractors and get everything settled. And now we're basically just counting down the days until closing. Closing is going to be in 10 days on August 24th, as long as everything goes correctly. And it's still costing me money, and I'm going to not enjoy doing the final wrap-up video where I add up all the numbers for the entire cost of sale. I'm not excited for that. But in any case, this is actually not going to be a terribly involved video. I only have a couple transactions, so let's get started. Basically, all that happened was on the 10th, I took money from my personal budget. Well, it left my personal budget on the 8th, but $81, which was part of my credit card payment. So the credit card that's associated with my mortgage, it's a credit union, a local credit union in Minnesota, and associated with my savings and checking account there, I have a credit card and a mortgage. So the credit card that's associated with it has a higher interest rate than the credit card that I use for my personal budget that carries a balance. So I decided to just pay the minimum balance on that other credit card and transfer the rest of what I normally budget for credit cards over to this budget. So that was $81. And then I had to pay the power bill today. That was $127.71. Not terribly exciting, only a couple transactions. There have been more developments. So from the point where I left Minnesota up until the house sales, what's happening is my real estate agent is basically fronting me the money for all the additional things that the buyer is requesting. And once the house sells and closing happens, then I pay him the balance, which is not going to be great, but it's better than me trying to cash flow everything, because I cannot. I have a credit card balance. I'm not in a position to be spending even more money on things that the buyer demands. So let's see what this means for my budget so far. Okay. I do budget for my house separate from my personal budget, because again, separate bank accounts, and with all the chaos of like not knowing how much things are going to cost, because I've never sold my house before. I've never hired like contractors like this before for like onesie twosie little things. So I'm at a loss. And I didn't want this to mess up my personal budget. So here we are with question marks. We actually have 3 question marks, but basically what happened was my power bill came out as expected. I was budgeting $128 because I already saw what the bill was. So $127.71 is like totally normal. I still have my security system to come out on the 31st, and that's $70. This I actually owe money to the security company because I financed. It was not their best idea, y'all. I financed my security system, so I'm probably gonna have to divvy up a lot. I don't know how much I owe them still, but I'm gonna have to divvy up some money to them when I close my account after the house sells. So for now, I'm just putting the $70, but like once the house closes, I'm gonna balance out that account, and I will include those numbers in my final tally. So for now, we're still budgeting 70. I decided I'm not getting lawn care. They will survive. They can take care of the lawn once they move in, once the new buyers move in. And then, of course, title signing. This isn't actually happening on the 21st. This is when they're contacting me to set up the appointment. So as I said, closing is on the 24th. So title signing is going to happen at some point between the 21st and the 24th. I don't know exactly when. I haven't set up the appointment yet. So I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm just doing my best. The railing has been installed. The buyer had asked to, oh my goodness, how do I even say this? Part of them buying the house is I agreed to do certain repairs and improvements. So, installing a railing on the main set of stairs, a second railing, because it has one, but installing a second railing on that one set of stairs. I still don't know how much that costs, but it has been completed. Roof repair, still don't know how much that's going to cost, has not been completed. So this is where we stand, basically. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't know how much I'm spending this month. But more importantly, what I decided was, because the house is on pace for closing, I feel okay with not sending every spare dollar from my personal budget to this budget to pay down my card, so that I can pay the rent in September. So if everything goes according to plan, I will not be paying the mortgage in September. I will be paying the rent at my current apartment in September. But all of this should be settled by the 31st. So we will find out everything. I'm not excited, but I think it'll all basically work out. I still have not been charged interest on this credit card. I still don't know when that's going to happen. If it's going to happen, I'm real hopeful that maybe, just maybe, I got the timing correct, so that no interest gets charged and I just pay it off when the house closes, and then I don't owe any additional money, any additional interest. That would be phenomenal. In which case, I'm actually not going to close this credit card, because I've had this credit card a long time, but I am going to pay it off and then just set it so that I have like one thing on it just to keep it open, because I had this credit card for a long time and it has a limit of $12,000. And it's my second lowest interest credit card. So I do want to keep it open at least until I get my next house, which should be in about 7-8 years. So we shall see how that goes. But thank you so much for staying as long as you did. I hope this made sense to you. If you have any questions about it, let me know. If you would have budgeted something different, let me know. I don't know. This is so unknown to me that it feels like I'm barely treading water, and I'm nervous like constantly about it. My anxiety's through the roof. But I think we are in order. So if this goes according to plan, I will be 100% debt free by the end of this month, which is phenomenal. Well, I don't know. This is the other thing. I don't know how many days after closing the money will actually like be available in my account, because I've had big deposits before where the money wasn't available like for me to transfer out or spend for 5 business days after the payout. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work. I will find that out as soon as I can. But in any case, it won't be long after the 24th that I have all this money, as long as the buyers don't pull out. But we're so close to it that I don't think that's going to happen. I have a really good real estate agent, and he seems to be on top of things, so I'm hopeful, y'all. Wish me luck. I love you. I appreciate you. You deserve financial stability. Have a great day on purpose. Bye.